I was at Harrison High School in 2004 is when I started high school. And I was there 2003, 2004, and then I went through my junior year of 2005. I'd gotten cut from the baseball team my freshman year and my sophomore year. And I was actually playing ice hockey instead of playing baseball because I was going to quit baseball. And I was playing at Big Shanty, and there was a team comprised of North Cobb Christian School kids that played on the same team. And they ended up needing a pitcher or something, so I ended up joining with them. So we went on a tour with my mom and my stepdad, and I told them I did not want to go, so I didn't. So then I went through the fall of my junior year, and I think it was like November, and I was like, I think I really want to go to this school now.
Yeah, similar story to Jimmy. I was at Harrison for freshman through junior year, and junior year also got cut from the baseball team. And that summer, went in for a routine physical to play travel ball and found a small hole in my heart, and turned out I had to have open heart surgery. So that whole thing mixed with talking to Jimmy, and actually got to meet Coach Navarro and Coach Stafford at the time. And it just seemed like a good place to go. And Jimmy had said some really great things about the school, and kind of going through the surgery and everything like that, it was just perfect timing to come into a place like this. So that was summer of '05, came in, and I was here for my senior year. So
I'm a father of 3 boys, of which my wife camped out in the early years to get a spot for my oldest son at the school. That's how far we go back. I can't remember what year that is. I did start coaching here, I don't know, I think it was like 97.
Well, the biggest memory we have from when Ryan and I were in high school is that we won the state championship in baseball in 2006. It was kind of unique because we had a lot of seniors on that team, so that senior class was really big. What do we have? 12, 11 seniors, I think.
It was 11.
And I mean, you had guys like myself that had been there a year, Ryan had been there a year, like kids that hadn't even been there like at the school for a long period of time, kind of learning how to do things at North Cobb Christian and going through the whole process. But that whole year was just, I mean, I still look back at that senior year for me as like one of the most fun years I've ever had. It's wild to walk these hallways, and in a very odd way, like I don't know, like, I mean, when you come back to work at a place that you went to school at, like there's a lot more history there. So it's like rooms come to life. Like, you know, it's like you go, I remember being in this room, and I remember being here, and I remember that being said to me. And I think for me, like, I think what I loved so much about being a student here was like, there were some very real moments that I needed in my life at that time. Like even now when we coach now, like I think we go back to some of those moments. But then like even for me, like spiritually, like I remember being saved in this room. I remember Mr. Law. I remember that conversation, and I remember being here. So it's like every time I pass this door, I'm like, that's where that happened.
for me, I think it's all about the student body and the teachers. Back when I came in here, I was going through, like I said, I was going through the heart surgery, and changing schools is never easy for a kid. And you add that into it. I was kind of freaking out on a lot of different levels at that point. But I remember all the teachers were super welcoming. It was more like the word that we had this past season a lot was family. And that's what it felt like. The teachers had opened up, embraced you when you came in. Hey, what can we help you with? What can we do for you? And all of the students at the time, I think we had 40?
We graduated
50 kids in our class, yeah. But all 50 kids, I think, came up to me that first few days I was back on campus, which was the second or third week of school.
People didn't know.
And they didn't even know who I was. And like, hey, can we carry a book bag? Can we do this? Can we do that? They decorated my locker. I was like, you guys don't even know who I am. And there's a rock on campus that they'll sometimes write messages on, and I think everyone wrote something on that. I mean, it was just, I was blown away. What I've experienced now as a faculty member, teacher, and coach is, heck, there's still, like you said, Mr. Carver, there's still some of the same teachers that were here when I was here that treat kids the exact same way. And even the students now, even though we're approaching our record number of students enrolled, it's still just a different culture of kid that we have here. And you can see a person obviously having a bad day, and as soon as a group sees a kid crying in the hallway, they're surrounding that person trying to build them back up. So I think the school's doing a great job to embody its mission, and you can see that in the people. So I pray that people can just continue to see what's going on here. And I guess the product that we're pushing out into the real world, the students that we're sending out into college and into different career paths and different things like that, one of our goals in the mission statement is for them to impact their world for Christ. And I believe that we're doing that. And I just pray that that continues to be the case, that we continue to push them to impact that world that way. And then also for them to keep coming back, maybe not to work here, but we tell all our seniors, hey, this is your field, like this is your hitting facility. Anytime you want to come back, you want to come to a game, you want to come do this. And I pray that they just keep coming back, and that the alumni and our community just keep buying into this place, because they're constructing phase 2 of the upper school building, and stuff like that doesn't happen without alumni support and community involvement. So I pray that the beacon of light shining out of this place can kind of keep shining, and that we and the impact that we have can be a part of that.